Hey everyone, welcome to Season 2 of Threshold. Let's jump right in and we'll have everyone introduce their characters.
Hey, I'm Kevin, I'm playing Vel. I'm very excited to be off wizarding again.
I'm Brian, and I play Jaime something, a former Warlock.
I'm Josh, I play Rasper Hawkborne.
Oh, hey guys!
Fighter.
What's going on here?
Ooh.
Welcome back, everyone. We had a good holiday, and now we're back to shoot some more Threshold. I'm super excited.
I can tell.
I'm actually really nervous. I've sort of built up this moment for like the last few weeks. So let's see what happens. Let's introduce our characters for real this time.
All right, yeah, I know. It's like, do I even remember how to do this? So I am Kevin, playing Vel, elf wizard still.
There's been a 2 year. There's been a year and a half. Let's do a year and a half.
Okay.
There's been a year and a half time has passed in the world of Threshold. So what has Vel been up to?
All right, so shortly after the events of the last episode, Vel isn't quite sure what the implications of this releasing this divine woman was. So he's since gone to Easterton to seek out the oldest elf that he's met in the last couple months, because it's short attention span or something, and is now sort of squatting in / helping out in her magic shop while eyeing her intently and seeing if she shows any indications of dying of old age anytime soon.
She was getting up there, like in like the 900 range.
Yeah, I think that we got there. So yeah.
Hello, my name is Brian. I play Jaime something. And what has Jaime been up to the past couple years? Well, if you recall, he was had all of his powers taken away, and has been left horribly scarred. And so now he's been basically spending the last year and a half with Christine. He is now her chief advisor for advisement, and
for the rebuilding
and just whatever various monarchical tasks. But he's also kind of been training a little bit with his, with other kind of weapons and that kind of thing to kind of get good in case the mother tries to come back and cause any more bad things.
I'm Josh. I play Rasper Hawkborne, a human fighter who uses a shovel instead of a sword. Last we saw Rasper, he was talking to, was it Franklin, right? About sending Garay overseas. So that's since happened. Ray was shipped off to the east aboard a slave ship. This is how Rasper does things. Rasper was since made a Lord Commander of, is that right? Lord Commander of Merenton, and is kind of
the Merenton Militia.
Of Merenton Militia, okay. And he's the new sheriff in town. So, Sheriff Rasper. Oh, and Deputy
Kristoff.
Deputy
the
Kristoff.
bullywog with the sword.
Kristoff. That's right. All right.
I'm Casey. I play Clarion Johns, and over the past year and a half, I've been messing around with my loot.
Sounds promising.
And I've been spending most of my time. Clarion's been spending most of his time in Sheraton, just hanging occasionally. Trekking between Sheraton and Merenton to check how things are going, but I live a life as an entertainer, and that's what I've been doing in Sheraton.
I am Christine Nostromo, formerly Christine DeMarin. I am a human fighter and a noble of House DeMarin and Nostromo. In the past year and a half, I've rebuilt Merenton, my home that is very near and dear to me. I also hung up Guidance, my great axe. It was cracked during our fight in the Cold Iron Wars, and I finally decided that since I've now regained my family honor, it's time to hang it on the mantle. Also in the past year and a half, I've been getting to know my husband, Gregory.
who's stayed with you in Marenton during
Correct.
the rebuilding.
Can he be my best friend?
No.
Yeah. You guys are best friends.
Yeah.
Fire the cannon!
We're not best friends?
Well, you're like my girlfriend. You're like my best girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why you gotta put like genders on it, man? Why can't we all just get along?
Why you gotta do that to me?
I'm not
All right. I'm gonna bring this back in. I've teased this for a little while, and I'm sure you guys have been very curious how I'm gonna start this. So I guess I just will. Christine, you wake up. You don't remember the last couple of days. It's kind of a blur. And you look around you and you see a purple and red. You're in a field of purple and red flowers, and the flowers have petals with stems that are covered in a burnt red pollen.
Okay.
You are without your weapons and armor. You're wearing nice noble clothes of an Eastern continent flair. So it's like a Syraxan flair.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like lying down in the field.
I sit up.
Great. You sit up and you see there's a small little gazebo, or more like just a shade hang set up in the middle of the flowers. You can see that the field goes on for miles and miles. It's rolling hills covered just in these purple flowers, but in the middle is the shade tent. You can see, before I describe what's in the tent, you can see out beyond these big mechanical sort of monsters with a bunch of moonstones that are around their face, kind of where their eyes should be, and they stand maybe 100 yards away, kind of in a circle. There's maybe 7 of them.
Okay.
Inside the overhang is a small banquet table. It's filled with food and nice cushions and stuff. There's place settings for 6 people, so the table's maybe a little bit bigger than this one. And there's a man sitting there. He has a shaved head and a beard. He wears sort of nobleman's garb, but it's more like a robe. It again has an Eastern flair, a Syraxan flair to it. And he sits at the table. He's cutting some food up, and he notices that you wake up. His robes are the same color as the flowers.
Okay.
I meant to mention. And he kind of notices you sit up, and he says, "Christine, please join me."
I get up and I walk over to him.
He motions for you to sit anywhere.
I sit across the table from him.
The whole thing is decked out with lots of breakfasty items. You now kind of get the time is early-ish morning. Okay. So it's sort of a breakfast feast with a mix of some Aeron dishes, some Syraxan dishes, a couple of Elvish breads, some Moraine bread bowls. And he motions for you to sit down, and you sit. Great. He says, Kai Damarin, I'm very, very sorry that we had to meet on these circumstances. Your friends, he motions out to the field, and you see that the rest of the party is also out in the flowers. They're asleep on the ground. He says they'll be up in a moment, but I was hoping that you and I could talk briefly. My name is Kei Sheng Tak, but if you will allow me to call you Christine, you may call me Tak.
Very well, talk.
Thank you, Christine. Essentially, I'm here to, you're here. I've brought you here and the rest of your party because I need your help. In a minute, your party will be awake, and I will try to convince Clarion Johns to help me get something that I want. Now, if you help me in this, convincing him to help me get what I want, when you are through, I will help you get something you want.
What is it that I want?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you what it is now because the nature of what it is I'm going to share with you is in itself a very dangerous exploit.
Okay.
So I don't want to risk tipping my hand till after it's done, but I can assure you it's something you very much want. It would help you and your ambitions greatly. Everyone roll a d4. From highest to lowest, that's in what order you wake up.
1. Okay.
2.
3.
2.
Great. So 3. Rasper is up first. You wake up in the field of flowers, like I described it.
Okay. Are we groggy? Like, were we drugged? Is that the idea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. You're a little bit groggy, a little bit woozy. You've been drugged for at least like a good week or so.
Okay. I didn't think I drank that much. He looks around.
You see all the things that I've described.
And he goes to the nearest. He looks off in the distance and can see. How far away are we from the
From the
gazebo?
robots?
Yeah.
The gazebo you're maybe like 20 feet from.
Oh, okay.
The robots you're significantly closer.
All right. Rasper looks around, sees his companions around him, and begins to walk toward the gazebo.
Great. Christine, you see Rasper walk forward, and the gentleman says, "Please have a seat."
He sits down. What's going on here?
I'll explain everything in a moment, but in the meantime, breakfast.
Can't argue against that. And he's like milking a hangover. A drugged hangover.
It's all the same to Rasper.
It's Tuesday for us.
Yeah, he sits down and I guess starts eating.
Great. Jaime and Clarion, you wake up at the same time.
I go and I reach down and touch my face, and I notice that my mask isn't there. And I start to like freak out. I'm like I don't care about these effing flowers. I'm trying to find my mask. I wear a mask now.
By the way.
And I can't find it, and so I start to like, bury my head in the flowers and like cover up.
You guys see Talk reach at his side, and he pulls out Jamie's cold iron mask, and he holds it up, and he says, "Mr. Something."
I look up and kind of like see through my fingers.
He waves the mask, and he looks.
I like get up and like hastily with head down, grab it and I put it on.
Figured you would want this.
I stand up out of the flowers and dust myself off. Reach down. Do I have my hat?
Yeah.
Dust off my
It's an
hat
interdimensional hat.
and put my hat on.
Great. You see you see Shang Tak in the gazebo.
I charge him.
Just your fists?
Yep, I'm going at him.
All right. Go for it.
What are you doing here?
Oh
wait. What are you doing here?
You give me a dexterity check to just leap over the table.
Do I have perfect? Jeez, I got everything over here. How do I roll a die again? 11.
You leap over the table, and he actually is able to like dodge out of the way. You take some of the food and spill over some of the bread balls with you. Well, this wakes you up.
At the scent of bread bowls hitting the ground, Vel bolts upright, hair even more disheveled than normal. What? Where? Oh, bread bowls. And then in a second, what am I wearing?
You guys are all kind of wearing like nice, sort of like royally Storax and particularly Noddish clothes, like Noddish silks and very, very cloth of gold, very, very nice.
What are you doing here, Mr. Talk?
I brought you here, Clarion. Please.
No.
Clarion, sit down.
No.
Sit down.
I don't have the history with you that I do with this man.
Eat some breakfast, boy.
Clarion, you're going to want to hear what I have to say.
I don't want to hear
please.
anything you have to say.
If you want to save Yunzi, you're going to have to sit down.
I sit down.
Vel has gotten up, dusted himself off, is looking very distracted, distressed, and he goes, Where are my things? Where's my coat?
Unfortunately, Mr. Tantaric Valerius, many of your things were left behind. I assure you that we'll outfit you with anything that you need.
How do you know that name?
I make it my business to know such things. As well as how I knew that you were in Easterton at the magic shop.
Where are my books? Where are my notes?
I can assure you everything is safe that you had left behind there. No possessions were broken, I'm assured. Please have a seat.
Are there any bread bowls left?
Yes, it looks like there's at least one.
Excellent.
I grab the Red Bull and hand it to him.
He sees it and says, if you need more, I can have some brought at once.
Up to you. I'm going to grab a handful of elvish bread and start dipping it in. What's going on?
It's the wrong kind of man who would use his daughter as leverage.
It's not leverage, Clarion. And trust me, I'm not happy. I'm no happier about this than you are. Let me explain. My daughter, Yunzi, who Clarion has a history with, is sick. She has it's a stiffening sickness, and she is slowly becoming paralyzed, slowly turning to stone. We've had the best clerics and herbalists from throughout all the continents, throughout the entire region here, and they assure me that the one thing that can save her is a special flower called the basilisk rose. So, I put together a party, and they went out into the desert. We found where one was. However, shortly after they left, my daughter informed me that she would not accept any kind of a treatment. You see, she thinks, Clarion, Mr. Johns, that she's in love with you. And
We
so
had something real.
regardless, she refuses to accept the treatment from anyone other than you. So, I have brought you and your known associates here to go out to the desert to both find my very expensive adventuring party that I have sent into the desert, which has not returned, and to find this basilisk rose. If you do so, I believe that she'll accept it, and you'll be able to save her life. And, of course, anything else that money can buy is motivation for the rest of you.
Did you drug and kidnap your other adventuring party before you pitched them the job offer?
No. However, I wasn't about to take any kind of risk with timing, or perhaps you say no. I figured that it would be a better chance that you would say yes if you were already halfway there. You are a few days' journey north from the city of Nod.
Do you pay?
Handsomely.
Well then, guess I'm in it for the long haul. Stuffs his face.
I've missed you, Rasper.
We can, of course, you'll be able to name your price when we're done, but I would like you to leave as soon as possible.
Clarion, is this important to you? What do you want to do?
I have a directive now. I have to go into the desert and find my lover Rose.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, good.
All right. Well then, Mr. Talk. I've never been good with names. We accept your offer. Of course, we need to be outfitted.
Yes.
You don't expect us to go rushing into anything.
No, I have some extra weapons and armor that I'll be able to provide for you.
Excellent. Anything else we should know? Where to find the basilisk rose, for example?
It's in an old monastery. It's abandoned, of course. It's north, just sort of in the outskirts of the desert. It's a monastery to Freet, Nottish flesh searers were trained there for a long time. Of course, now is abandoned, and I believe that it has been taken up by gnolls. So.
Do you have a map to this monastery at all, or do you
Yes.
just expect us to wander a desert?
No, I definitely. I have not been out there myself, so hopefully this map will suffice. It's the one that I gave the other adventuring party, so. But again, I trust that heroes. He kind of rolls his eyes at the word heroes. Heroes of your caliber will be able to handle it.
As this conversation is going on, Vel is finished with his bread bowl and attempted to put the contents into the pockets he's used to having. However, there aren't any pockets that are big enough to accommodate this bread bowl, so he ends up spilling quite a bit on himself. This is not going to do... How am I supposed to carry anything with these...
We will provide you a backpack.
Backpack.
Yes, a backpack. A very, very strong backpack.
Backpack?
It's a pack that goes on your back. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm not what you would say familiar with stiffening diseases. What causes stiffening diseases?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Did you poison her as well?
That's a good question. I want to know that too.
Unfortunately, that's not information that I have. They think that it is some perhaps relative of the shrieking sickness that has plagued these lands for so long. But unfortunately, it's just something that sometimes people catch, or perhaps she had contact with someone who had seen a basilisk or something to that nature. If she perhaps is in contact with someone who is turning, there is a small chance that it could turn her as well. Unfortunately, I don't have this information, otherwise it might be easier to reverse.
I have a question.
Yes.
You gonna eat that?
He hands you a couple of sausages.
He takes a bite.
Sits back down.
How much gold are we talking here?
How much gold do you want?
20 a day?
Done.
I want 30 a day.
Done.
Okay.
30 a day? Damn it.
I can assure you that there are also rumors that the particular monastery is also very rich in things left behind by the monks that lived there. They left in a hurry. So you're perfectly welcome to keep anything else that you find there.
Am I right to assume that this map is leading from Nod to the monastery?
It's leading from here to the monastery. I had it drawn up for this occasion.
One more question, Mr. Talk.
Yes.
You brought us here for our skill sets, and yet you didn't leave me with a spell book.
That was an oversight that my hirelings who brought you here committed, and for that I greatly apologize. I have a similar spell book. I've acquired one that will hopefully make do.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to restructure all the spells from Nodish. Alright, fine. Just let me see it, and I'm gonna need to work on this a little bit.
Absolutely.
I see you're still too much of a coward to get out and get your hands dirty, hiding behind your money.
Get out and get my hands dirty, Clarion. You always have these high ideals, and you don't really understand the way the world really works.
Yeah,
Do you know how much money your walk from where you were laying to over here cost me?
It's unconcerning to me. I care about your daughter.
Well, good. Then you better get going.
I stand up and leave.
Is your daughter in Nod? Can we talk? I want to talk to her.
Well, she's 2 days south of here. However, I'm not going to allow you to see her until the mission is done.
Right.
Call it leverage.
And
He looks at Clarion walking out in the distance.
provisions and supplies are here.
Yes. They are actually just over that hill over there on your way.
Good enough for me. I'm gonna take a handful of, just arms full of food from the table and start going off after Clarion.
What are the structures that are around us?
The structures?
The humanoid structures.
These are some things that I had brought up from the city. They are Nodish peacekeepers.
Huh.
and they are the iron sentries, well, the steel sentries that patrol the city. I have purchased a few of them, some of the older models, and I bring them here for my personal guard.
All right. I've just never seen them before. I was curious.
They're fascinating.
They are. They're dumb as bricks, but they hit like a, like a giant.
Seen better. Walking away.
All right. Well, if that's all the questions the three of you remaining have, I guess I'll stay here and finish my breakfast.
Well, while I don't approve your method of getting us here, talk. I do appreciate your civility.
Yes, I regret having to kidnap a member of the noble house, so I hope you will understand that it was just a risk that I wasn't willing to take.
To save one you love, I completely understand.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get going.
Yes. I get up and I leave.
I take a crap of coffee and I leave.
I steal 3 butter knives and walk
Still through butter knives.
Great.
Would have thought Rasper would have gone for the spoons.
You guys quickly catch up to Vel with his heavy load, but Clarion is still a ways off.
How am I supposed to carry all of this without a...
Here, give me some.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I carry it with one hand.
Well, these appear to be our things over this hill, yes?
It's supposed to be. I don't know if there are.
Clarion,
things or
you
not.
see him first. There's like a small table that has been built with some packs lying on it. There's also 6 scimitars and 6 sets of hide armor.
Oh boy! Yay!
Well, I'll take a pair of that a set of that hide armor. Tell you what.
All right, I'm going to walk up, take a look at the scimitars, take a look at the hide armor, then grab one of the scimitars and clumsily start to cut one of the suits of hide armor into strips.
Oh
Okay.
What are you doing?
What are you...
You didn't give me any components. I'm going to have to improvise.
Look in the pack first. Look in the pack.
Fine.
Really grab
Open one of the
grab one of
packs.
the good hide armor.
Leather strips in the pack. Leather strips in the pack.
You find there's some there's a few odds and ends that you think might be able to be used in the as some components.
Okay, what sort of things?
But
are we...
it looks like wizards aren't. I'll let you decide.
Okay.
A wizard did not pack this for you. There is an old spell book written in Aaron, written in common, that includes however many of your normal spells you want it to.
Okay.
I trust you to play it appropriately.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Scimitars deal 1d6 slashing damage. They are also a finesse and light weapon. Hide armor is 12 AC plus your dex mods.
There were 6 suits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. I go back, start carving up that one.
Great.
Strips of leather.
But why would they give us 6 if there's only 5 of us?
Oh, because I miscounted. There should be 5.
They anticipated Vel cutting up one. He's that well prepared.
If anyone's curious, the flower, Vel, I'll just have you recognize it as dragon spice.
Ooh.
It's a very, very expensive, very, very expensive spice, like 340 gold pieces a pound.
Oh my god.
All right, well, I'm going to grab some handfuls of that, stuff it into the backpack. That could be handy later. All
What does it smell like?
It has like a fiery, it's like a chili powder.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's like a chili powder and saffron.
Oh.
Yeah.
Question about the hide armor.
Yeah.
So you add is 12 on top of your...
No. You don't add it.
Yeah.
It becomes 12 plus your dex modifier.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so yours would be 15.
Yeah. Plus the
Plus.
1.
Except for it maxes out at +2.
All
So
right,
you get 2 of your
Clarion.
decks.
Well,
Oh.
So you don't get the full 3 decks. You get only +2.
So 15.
Clarion, are you familiar with the area at all?
No, I knew Talk when he was in Sheraton. He's a trade prince between here and Sheraton.
Care to give us a little background on the madman who had us kidnapped?
Let's do it while we start walking. I take
Sure.
the map and I start
Great.
directing us in the direction.
No horses? Or some sort of rideable beasts? Or can we ride the robot?
Yes!
Okay.
There are 5 camels.
Ah.
All right,
We're gonna do this right.
I hop on a camel.
The climate is dry, and you are significantly further south than Aeron is.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna.
As you can see by this lovely map.
All right, I'm gonna assume like it's a camel, kind of like Lawrence of Arabia style.
Great.
I'm going to make incredulous eye contact with my camel. Nice to meet you too. And I'm gonna slowly take the scimitar and try and cut off a little bit of its hair.
Well, no!
What? He does so.
Oh, God.
The camel ignores him.
Okay.
Good.
This time.
No, I've just heard these things are temperamental. I just want to be careful. They're not like horses.
I like him.
So,
No pouches to put anything in. This is terrible.
Clarion, you wanna explain? Please.
When I left Murray, I traveled to Sheraton, and there I met and fell in love with young Z. She was a lovely lady. I wooed her with my lute and wordplay, and then we had a great time, and it wasn't until the ball that I was introduced to her father, who instantly disapproved of me.
Why?
Because I wasn't highborn, or I was a scruffy nerf herder.
Which is a Morayish word for werewolf.
Yeah.
Hashtag canon.
Nerf herder? Okay.
Scruffy nerf herder.
No,
Of course.
no, Clarion, is it Young Z or Young Z?
Young Z.
Young Z.
Young Z.
How do you spell that?
YUNZI.
Great.
So he didn't approve of you because he knew you were a werewolf.
He found out.
Okay.
Did you try to eat his face? Because that's kind of how I found out.
I wish I had eaten his face, given our past now, but I was chained up under the bar when he came around to look for me, and that's when he saw and heard me turn.
Oh, I should make a note that Vel has not become a werewolf.
Oh, yes.
2 years.
Yeah.
He passed his save. He passed it. I didn't even fudge that.
Yeah. No werewolf fell.
Okay, so he saw you turn.
At that point, he began plotting against me, and he arranged a meeting with me where I met with a slave woman, and I turned outside of the town and killed her, and that's how I fled. That's when I started fleeing Sheraton.
But Young Z's still in love with you.
Apparently, she's forgiven me.
So she knows you're a werewolf.
Yes.
And you've accepted that you are a werewolf.
I still have my issues with it, but
I don't know, everything seems kind of cut and dry there.
I think it's pretty layered. I think it's pretty bad. We need to try and get him back to Young Z, because I like love.
You've never said you liked love before.
Yes, I have. Well, I mean, not in front of you. You don't understand the concept.
What?
whoa.
Harsh, man.
Elves? You're half elven too.
Yeah! What's up with you?
I look through the holes in my mask very coldly.
All right.
I like the idea. I just had the picture now of Jaime saying, "I like love," but you don't see his expression. It's like,
yeah.
"I like love."
Yeah. Well, after that exchange, Vel pulls his camel back a bit. Starts following a little further behind.
I like that. Like, you think camels go up and down when it's more like a lomping back and forth motion.
I was informed by Bugs Bunny that they go up and down.
All right.
Alrighty. So it takes a couple. Well, we have a couple options. Should I do like hard through the desert, let's look for water, or should we montage through the desert to the exciting?
I vote montage.
I see.
Montage.
That's
Great.
all.
It takes you guys a couple of days. The Threshold is not that kind of a D&D game. Okay, everyone, make a look for water check.
Oh.
All right.
Starvation roll.
Yeah. So
Survival.
After a couple of days of travel, hot desert days and cold desert nights, you arrive at the temple. It has a bunch of domes. It has like 6 domes. It's 2 stories. It kind of towers with lots of tall spires, and it kind of now the earth has shifted, so it's kind of at a slight angle. As you approach it, it's built into the rock, and you can see that the architecture is all venerating Freet, which is one of the Sphinx gods of the Eastern. Freet is the tiger sphinx of fire.
Those guys, the Bliss Factory, make more sense now.
Hey.
Yes.
Freet. Tiger god of fire.
Thanks.
Yeah, there's 4 sphinxes: Freet, Freet, Ak, Ao, and Ter. And they're each an element. And different cities worship them. Nod is a city that's all about steel. They're the finest steel craftsmen in the world, and actually Nodish steel is like the best material you can get an item made from. It's like no one knows how to make it except for them. They're fantastic craftsmen, but they worship, of course, their fire because they need it for the forge. And so that's Freet, whereas some of the other cities in the east have different sphinxes.
Okay.
I think actually they're all in the human civil. They're all listed out in the human religions document online.
Oh, cool. On the wiki page.
On the Threshold wiki, which we will provide a link for.
Point to the area where the link's going to be.
Okay, you guys are at the top of this thing.
Great. I'm going to dismount and I guess tie my camel somewhere.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we're going to tie it to some sort of rock fixture next to the temple.
And is there a like an entrance? Is it just an open entrance? Or
Yes.
is there a door?
There is a big set of doors that have been smashed open and cracked through. Big stone doors that it looks like there's just been someone has just pierced their way in.
Well, we know the adventuring group at least got this far.
That's true.
Yes. Well, should we just go in?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's early in the day. We got time.
Bid farewell to Horatio. I named my camel Horatio.
Oh, God.
Horatio gives you a camel smile.
I love you too, Horatio.
And I can't wait until someone gets the awaken spell and we can awaken Horatio. All right, and you walk in. So here's how this is gonna work. This is our dungeon.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, you can, when you're like in a room, you can be either like guarding or looking for enemies and get a perception check for people around. You can be searching, get a perception check around the room. You can be mapping, in which I've provided graph paper to be mapping. So I will potentially allow that. There's extra, great. Or if there's anything else you guys want to be doing in the room, we can do that too. Great. I'll get started. I'm really excited to see how this turns out.
Quick question about the mapping. Is there a certain top or bottom should we start it in?
Start at the bottom.
Okay.
North will be the top of the page. I do everything north, south, east, west.
Okay.
Since you guys are heading north, you guys are going in the southmost entrance. And do a 10-foot grid. So each square is 10 feet.
Each square is 10 feet.
Okay.
If anyone really wants to be mapping. All right, lovely. So
on that.
you guys walk through a passageway. High ceilings through the doors. It looked like this was once a grand entryway. It now looks like it's been the site of a lot of battles. You can see like some discarded weapons and armor from humans and gnolls alike who have maybe died fighting here in this entryway. It goes about 40 feet, and then it comes to a intersection. There is a passageway to the left. There is a door to the north and east.
I guess I'm going to look in the room that we're in. Can I find a shield that isn't broken or damaged too badly?
Yeah, you find a shield that has a small section missing, but you're able to find one. It's not great.
Rasper's going to search for footprints.
Okay, great. Give me perception.
Jamie's gonna map.
Great.
He's
so
mapping.
it's 40 foot.
And it's a corridor, right? It's a hallway.
Correct.
Okay.
It goes straight.
I was going to look over Jamie's shoulder while he maps. Where'd you get that pen? You didn't give me anything to write with.
There was stuff in your packs.
Oh, okay.
15.
Missed it.
You're able to map out there's many gnoll footprints moving in and out. There's some that are fresh within the last little while. But the last little while, like maybe a week or so.
Okay. Do they head in any particular direction?
They head in. The freshest footprints head in.
Forward? Okay.
Yeah, to the depths. And you found your shield. Great.
Is it dark, or is it illuminated somehow?
It's pretty dark. There are some magically enchanted torches to provide some dim light, carved in to depict Freet, of course, with fire coming out of his head.
Okay. So we don't have to. Would it be?
It's dim. It's dim lighting.
Okay, so we can just make our way through.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to carry.
It's
a torch
like
with us?
torchlight.
We don't have to carry a torch with us.
Through this section, it's all lit.
Okay.
I'll make a note. Most of it'll be lit. I haven't dealt too much with darkness and vision. That kind of bogs me down.
All right.
Bums me out.
Darkness is just such a bummer.
Well, it'll be dark when it needs to be dark. I'll put it that way. I will call out if it's going to be dark.
So it'll be scary dark.
Yes.
Okay.
Dark is scary.
Dark.
Scary dark.
Scary.
After I map, I'm gonna go up to the door to the north.
Great. You're going to open it?
I want to check the handle to see if I can open it.
Yes, you can open it.
Can I perceive from either direction, the north and at the junction in the hallway? Just to hear.
Yeah, give it to me.
I'm just listening for anything I might be able to hear. Woo! That's a whopping 4.
You actually can hear something through the door to the right, like some snarling and yipping.
I don't think. Does anybody else hear that?
Now that you guys listen for it, you can hear it if you like put your ear to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like a dog.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Probably a gnoll.
One could assume that.
Does anybody speak Gnollish?
No.
Please hold.
I don't think they even
negative.
Even if they could understand us, I don't think they would want to try and any sort of diplomacy.
I speak Nottish.
I don't know if that helps.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
They're from the area.
Perhaps squishy people get back.
We're all wearing the same armor.
I'm not wearing any of the armor. I cut mine up.
How are you in the back?
Get back there.
Rasper.
Rasper, you want to open the door?
There, open the door. There's beer behind it.
So let me get this straight. There's a bunch of rabid dogs or something behind this door, and you're going to have me open it.
I'm right next to you.
I know how much you love dogs.
I'm getting all your shares of wine tonight. He walks on over, and he just opens up the door.
It's locked.
There, see? I still get your wine.
If you can find one, I will gladly let you have my share.
There's some wine packed.
Oh,
There's some sherry red, Griffin Rose Reds.
I'm not sharing that.
Rasper turns and continues north. Through the passage. Forward.
To the passage to the west?
Are we heading west, actually?
Well, you guys were heading north.
Oh, yes, now we're heading west. Yes.
West.
I'm still
great.
opening that
Wait,
north door.
Cannot be separated. It's a really bad idea.
He looks back. Are we staying or going?
Well,
Jaime has his hands on the door to the north.
Yeah.
Rasper's
What
the
if they're
passageway
in
to
there?
the west.
Well, then open it up.
Well, we can't get through that door, so we might as well get through this door. I eke the door open slowly.
Wonderful. I have a description. This large domed library was once a grand place of study featuring large support columns depicting monks in quiet contemplation. Time has not treated it well, however, and the floor has begun to crumble, revealing a chasm below. There are 2 exit doors to the... It's a 60-foot circle, 60-foot dome, with that's 60 feet diameter, with 2 exit doors to the west, a passage to the north, and a passage to the east, a 20-foot wide passage to the east.
Okay.
So was a library, now is crumbling.
So the floor is actually like crumbled away?
Most of it, yeah. There's
Okay.
still... It's crumbling. It's collapsing down to a chasm below.
See, nothing to be worried about. And Vel, look at all the books.
I know! I'm going to try and make it through the door.
Okay.
and
You gonna let him through?
Yeah, I'll open
Great.
the door for him.
yeah, I'm going to do a skirt as far away from the chasm as I can and try and make it to the shelves to see what there is there.
All right, give me a dex check.
Dex. Natural 20.
You
And like a backflip, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
backflip. Awesome. Ninja pose.
you do like a jump over one of the over a hole, and you arrive at a bookshelf.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Is there any rope in our bag?
Yeah, it's a standard adventurer's kit,
Okay.
Plus wine.
plus some provisions and a few niceties
Niceties?
like wine.
Oh.
Stuff that
All right, I'm going to have a look at the bookshelf. See
Um,
what I see on here.
great. A lot of it is old, kind of torn up. It doesn't look like a lot of it is readable. It looks like a lot of it has been either taken or moved.
Oh.
Some of the stuff that is there is moldy.
All right, fine. I'm going to take one of the least useful looking, moldiest books.
Okay,
I'm going to prestidigitate to light it on fire.
great.
Then once that's done burning, I'm going to pick up the ashes and put them in a pocket.
Excellent.
All right. Finally, something worth burning.
Yay!
You heard on that 20-foot wide passage going east.
Yes.
Are there any other visible exits to the room that I'm in?
You're in the same one. Those are the 3
Oh,
that
okay.
he has.
Gotcha.
And then of course the door you came in from.
Right.
Just like that. Okay, well, now we have 2 options. We can go down the first hallway or we can go through that passage.
Can we go down?
Like in the hole?
Yeah.
Why would you want to go in the hole?
Because a Bulette's rose would be at the bottom of this.
You know about basilisk roses.
Bulette?
Basilisk rose.
Basilisk rose. Well,
Moraine term for basilisk.
I understand these cultural foibles. Right? Vel's very good with cultural foibles.
he's zany himself. Basilisks are a type of snake, I think, and they dig holes.
Sure.
Yeah, if you want to get down the hole, like, I'll hold the rope for you up here.
All right, I'll be the first one in.
Enough.
I'll be the first
I'm
one
gonna
down.
How deep is the hole?
I'm going to peer over the edge of the hole.
It is 40 feet down.
So we can't see the bottom?
Just barely, yeah. It looks like a crypt.
Bill, you want to toss one of them burning books down?
Sure.
The pages and the ashes go to the bottom, and the book with a loud thud hits the bottom, and you can see dust scatter. You can see some gnoll corpses scattered around, perhaps who have fallen precariously down.
Ooh.
You guys are still all in the doorway, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, except for Belle, who...
Except
Right,
for-
yeah.
Do we want to find an alternative means around? But I think we need to go deeper.
If you give me a little bit, I can reconstruct my slow fall spell. Maybe.
We have rope.
Do we want to explore more up here while he's
I want-
recon-
Yeah, I want to walk around a little bit up here.
All right.
Maybe we'll find stairs.
Maybe. I'm gonna continue down. I'm gonna leave the door open, but I'm gonna continue down that first hallway.
Great. So going the passage to the west.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
It goes another then 30 feet additional.
Okay.
Before curving north to go 60 feet up. You can see the two doors matching the room that you guys just opened.
Okay.
On there. So obviously that's the end of that room, and then it forks again to the west.
Okay. Forks again.
Yeah, not forks, but curves.
Right.
And I will stop at every sharp turn, so you guys have a chance to peek around it or something.
Okay.
Right.
Anything interesting?
No, not really. Not yet.
Okay. So, which direction?
Just onward, I suppose.
Great. You turn the corner. You go maybe 40 more feet. There is a door to the right.
Wait, 40 feet north or south?
I'm sorry, 40 feet west. Door to the right. And then you can see, just beyond that, just beyond the door, this room contains a freshwater well. The walls feature a chipping mural featuring worship to Auk.
Which one's Auk again? I'm guessing
water.
Does he have an animal associated with it?
Yeah, Auk is leopard, I think.
A leopard sphinx?
Yeah, leopard sphinx.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Drink up, guys. We got some water here. Fill up our canteens, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's just the passage to the east that you came through, and then the door,
Door.
which I already called out.
Right.
I'm gonna have
He's got his work cut out for him.
yeah. All right. I'm gonna look up from my book that I've been muttering and translating Noddish from, and just I'm gonna have a quick look around this room. Just search the room.
Great, perception.
That's going to be 10.
Okay, you don't find anything.
Huh.
As you're walking around the room, a huge block, you trip over a wire, and a huge falling block starts to descend from the ceiling. Give me a dex save.
15.
You narrowly dodge out of the way as the huge block hits the floor.
All right. I'm gonna run and I'm gonna gather up the wire.
All right, you do so.
How lucky! I was so worried we wouldn't find any wire around here.
Yay! Booby traps.
Yes.
Yes!
And start wrapping them around my wrist a little bit for easy access. All right, this is gonna be awesome.
Although I guess that means that the party didn't go through here.
I suppose not. Or they're just better at
Finding
finding traps.
Oh, I don't see how that's possible.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go north
Do that door?
through the door.
All right, it's locked.
Well then!
Alright.
Can
Yes.
someone pick locks?
No.
No, but if some genius had thought to put a door knocker in my backpack, I could open it. God, these guys.
Can I use sleight of hand?
It's a
no.
dex check.
Can I
isn't
break it?
It is
Yeah,
it
you can break a door down.
I'm gonna try and break the door down.
Great. It's just loud.
Okay. 21.
Great. You kick the door down, revealing stairs going down.
Hey, I'm downstairs!
No, going up. Damn it! Going up.
Damn it.
Going upstairs.
So what you're saying is I should keep working on the slow fall spell.
Yes, even more so than before.
Okay.
Do we want to go? Well, I guess we found the stairs. Oh,
But they're going up.
They're going upstairs.
I bet the gnolls are guarding the stairs going down.
Wait, I don't.
Yeah.
If we haven't already alerted them to our presence.
Oh, I definitely think we have done that at least now. Between Big Rock over there and Bigfoot over there.
Hey!
Yeah.
I'm the rock in this. I'm the rock.
I'm doing awesome. I've found so many components so far. I'm gonna almost be able to cast half my spells.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go up the stairs, Steven.
Great. This is a new floor, so I would grab another piece of paper.
Or flip it over.
Oh man.
Don't you love this? All right.
Alright, the sad thing is I actually do love this.
This room is mostly empty. Exit door to the north, double door to the east, stairs down to the south. The room is 2 squares tall, 3 squares wide. It's a mostly empty room.
I'm gonna just head over to the double doors and try to open them.
Great. They are unlocked.
Oh. I open one slowly and peek. What are the doors made out of? Are they?
They're made out of wood. They look like simple doors, but they are sometimes carved. This one in particular is carved with. It's carved with like some monks in like contemplation or maybe doing some exercises.
Fine. So do they have it's like just iron hinges so that they like creak when they open, or is it fairly?
They're a little creaky, but they look like they're in fairly good shape.
Okay.
They were.
I begin to push one open slowly, looking through the crevice looking beyond as it opens.
Doorway opens. You see that this is a 40-foot wide hallway, and there's pillars every 20 feet. If you want, you can open it more.
Yeah, I'll open it more and
Great.
step through.
Like I said, 40 feet wide, 20 feet heading east. Every 20 feet, there's a pillar. The pillars are carved to look like Nottish flesh seers with their tiger tattoos and their shaved heads. The room wraps around itself, so it like comes out and turns a corner.
Oh.
60 feet before turning north.
Are the pillars? You said they're on the sides of the room.
No, they're down the center of the room.
They're down the center. Okay. I'm going to start searching as I walk down the left side of the pillars.
Awesome. Give me a perception check.
All right. 12.
And you're going around the corners and stuff?
I'm going to walk to the edge of the corner, but just following the left side of the pillar.
Okay. You walk around the corner. You don't see much. You turn the corner again. Still not finding anything. As you turn the corner one more time, I'm going to let Brian cheat a little bit on this one. If you want.
I'm already screwing up, so
Yeah.
this
and you actually find as you are
thank God.
as you are walking around this last corner, you actually find the trigger mechanism for a secret door.
What does it look like?
It's the hallway's muraled with, again, like monks. It actually is depicting how to do certain exercises and instruction manuals for training. And one of the feet presses in.
I call the others over. Hey, over here.
What'd you find?
It's a button.
Oh.
Bell presses the button. A door on the opposite wall opens up. And actually, whenever Brian is done, I will need
Yes, I'm hurrying.
need that back.
I promise.
Actually, no, I don't, because I was smart. This is a trophy room.
Ooh.
It contains scrolls listing the marks of the students, like all their grades, through the history of the temple. It's fairly large.
Anything else?
There's shelves to peruse around. Yeah, there's a exit passage to the north and east. And of course your secret door that you came through to the south.
I love scrolls. I'm going to start rapidly sifting through all the scrolls just to see if there's anything abnormal or interesting about any of them.
Okay. As you are like mixing around, some coins fall down. You discover some coins. You found 15 bronze coins and 48 Nottish steel coins.
Upon seeing
God, you're
this,
making me do conversions now. Oh, I hate you.
upon seeing this, Rasper is suddenly interested in sifting through scrolls.
I'm listening at
So
the 2
15
doors.
bronze.
At the 2 door. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, this room is actually pretty long. It's 130 feet, 40 feet wide. And yeah, there's a small passage to the north, and then another passage to the west. They're actually not doors; they're just passages.
Oh, there's passages. I'll look down the northern passage.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
9.
You guys do get the feeling as you walk around that this place is pretty heavily dusty. It hasn't been open for a long time. Up beyond, it's an armory. The armory is still intact, complete with its display cases and hulking mechanical guardian. Everyone roll initiative.
Goodness. Okay.
I found something!
Great.
Crap.
And we're actually rolling initiative.
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Oh, we forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
We're getting
that's
into the swing of
right.
things.
that's a thing we do.
That's a thing we do.
All right.
So, do you want us to go around?
Yeah.
All right, 13.
Okay, 13,
16?
16.
7. No, 10. Sorry.
Okay. Is anyone between 10 and 13?
I have 10.
Okay. Who has higher dex?
I have 15.
Okay.
Rasper 16.
Rasper has 16.
Yeah.
And then that means that Clarion, you also had 10?
No, I had 16.
Oh, you had 6, and Rasper had 16.
No, Dex.
Oh, had 16
Dex,
decks.
yeah.
Okay. This is why we do this ahead of time. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay. Jamie?
7.
7. Okay. Great.
I'm really I'm amazed that we got this far and we are having our first encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different challenges for you guys than last time.
I just feel like it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, we should have encountered more or something like that.
I don't want to discourage anyone, but I am totally lost.
Odd.
So,
Excellent.
there we go.
I won't draw this room out. This is a pretty big room. It's full of weapons and armor, mostly like monk type stuff. Clarion, you're first. Oh, this beast, it's just like the ones you saw before. It's a huge mechanical thing with really broad shoulders and huge hands. It sort of looks like if some idiot made a procurer. It's not nearly as nice as a procurer, and it moves. You can see it moves pretty slow. Its moonstone eyes kind of like look over in Clarion's direction. And Clarion, you're first.
Yep. Hopefully this Noddish loot works. What the heck?
No, you gotta keep it.
That's an Irish loot.
That's what not.
It's made of metal,
Yeah.
and the strings are metal, so the reverberations last longer and have a metallic quality to them.
If down here I chance to die, solemnly I beg you take all that is left of I to the hills for old sake.
And what is
I am inspiring Rasper to get the hell over here.
Great, Christine.
And I'm also vicious mockerying the. Hopefully it works.
Oh, okay.
The
It's a bonus
This has-
action.
Bonus action!
Spirit bomb.
God.
I'm also doing vicious mockery against the machine.
Wonderful.
So D4.
Does it get a save?
It sure does get a wisdom save.
Okay. He has advantage.
I assumed, didn't I?
He passes with 18.
Well, you assume.
I did assume. That's why I said the number.
Perfect. Then I do not mock him.
It doesn't look like the mockery takes any effect.
Is he in melee range with me, or is he walking
no,
across the room?
no.
Okay, then I'm
He's
backing
across
up.
the room.
I'm
Okay.
backing up.
Christine now.
Great. I'm gonna get in front of Clarion, And I'm going to take a ready action.
Okay.
That if he comes within range of myself, I attack him.
Great. Rasper.
Rasper. Rasper is bored of the scrolls and comes running over. What do you find over here? Slowly pulls out his scimitar.
Oh, is it still on your back? No matter what, everything's on your back and not at your side.
You stuffed it down the hide. And ready's an action. If the what were we calling it? Like a mechanical golem? Or?
It's you can call it a peacemaker.
A peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
If the peacemaker moves from its spot more than 5 feet, he's going to attack.
Okay. So you're within range of it?
Because
it's farther into the room, remember, so...
I'm gonna run toward it if...
Okay, so if it gets within range, then you're gonna attack it. Wonderful. Vel.
Okay. Well, no time like the present, right? I'm going to look for something breakable on my person, pull out a flower, a dragon spice flower. This is not ideal. And then I'm going to cast Shatter and crush the flower.
Great. That's not quite close enough. So we're going to roll on the wild magic. All right. There we go. Give it a spin.
Okay, so I need a
D100. The ones you gifted me this year.
Yay!
Yes! Perfect 100 right off the bat. Oh, you regain all expended spells.
All right, super. So, does the spell not go off?
No, the spell. I'm gonna have the spell
Okay.
go off, but the wild magic table happens too.
Okay, great. Then he's going to do a dex save.
Okay.
As a weird crunchy noise happens instead of the metallic noise that usually happens with a shatter.
Great. He again has advantage.
Also, you're also smart, not getting within AoE range of him right away.
Oh no, I'm back by the door.
12. Does 12 pass?
12 is a fail, so he's going to
Okay.
take 3d8. He had disadvantage on it too because he's a construct. But
okay.
did not matter.
Haha.
Well, he has advantage on saving throws versus magic.
Oh wow! Well, canceled that out. All right, and then he's going to take all ones. He's going to take 3 damage.
Okay.
Dice are rusty.
God.
Yeah.
I'll just take these from you.
Take those away from me, please.
You see him
Into
kind
the exile
of
box
dent
you
up
go.
a little bit as you crush the flower, but the spell doesn't seem as effective as when you crush the stone.
Okay,
Shale.
flower doesn't work, guys. New ideas?
Jaime, you're up.
I'm gonna go. I have an idea. I'm gonna go up to the construct. I go. We are advocates of K. Shane Duck. Please do not hurt us and help us with our endeavors.
Okay. Is that's your action?
It's a
to
move
say
and
talking.
And talking.
all right. The thing looks down at you. You're like right up within or are you far away?
No, I'm like within talking range, probably 40 feet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
probably standing in line.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna. If you guys are all at the same level, then it's gonna walk towards you, stand to be right in front of you within melee range, activating your guys' ready action, and it picks up its 2 hands, like going, and now it's locked in a position, ready to strike. It attacks, so it has to take an action to one.
Oh Lord.
Fellows, this is a hostile target. I suggest that we back up.
So
Ready actions activate. So
I'm just making sure that the ready actions are still this turn and not next turn.
correct. They're this turn.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna go first.
They happen right now as soon as they are within range.
25 to hit.
That's a hit.
9 damage.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Kevin.
Describe what it looks like.
So, his arms start to go up, and I take the scimitar and I slash in the underarm of one of them, and just cutting whatever it uses to wind up. So not severing it, but just kind of cutting some strings or whatever it uses.
Clocks or
or whatever it uses.
oil tubes.
Takes a stab at.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You try to cut some of its insides, and some kind of material starts gushing out, some kind of like the silvery something, and there's
And-
like some
And
stuff.
when I do that, I also I use that opportunity to move behind it out of.
This is just an attack action.
Oh.
You're gonna have to wait till you have a ready action as well. This is happening on its turn as part of your ready action.
I see.
After realizing how large it is, Rasper actually puts away his his scimitar and pulls out. Now we're doing.
You just get it. All you get is your ready action, so you can just attack it.
Okay.
When it's your turn, you can start putting stuff away. But right now, you can just attack it.
Oh, wait, you know what? I'll just
the
attack.
stuff you were ready to do.
I'll just attack it. Rasper will attempt to hit it with a blunt end of this. 18.
Okay.
Oh.
18 hits.
Oh, plus proficiency.
It's gonna be the same. As
Plus.
Yeah.
if anything.
Right. I'm getting back into it. Here we go. What do you say?
D6.
That's
Right.
There you go.
And you. Sorry, I
It's
have
strength.
Strength.
So
You can add
4,
dex
7.
too, because it's a
Finesse
so
either or.
It's a finish.
7.
7.
Wonderful. Tell me what it looks like.
Rasper bashes at its ankle with the back of the scimitar.
Okay. You dent it. Ruin its leg. Looks like it got out of alignment. Looks like it dealt some good damage. Clarion, back at the top.
I don't think my words are gonna sway this thing, so hopefully I'll help you guys. Christine, no man hath dared. Oh, I hate this thing. to write this thing as yet, and yet I know how the souls of men are great. Bardic inspiration, and then I will also step forward and swing my scimitar at it.
Great.
Nat 20.
Oh!
Critical hit.
That's just what, 2d6? Or do I have to confirm?
No, just
not
double.
confirm, just double.
Just double damage.
Holy. 8. Doubling strength as well. my first time.
No,
Just the dice.
Just the roll.
Okay. So 10.
Tell me what it looks like. That's some good damage.
Mm-hmm.
My words won't work against this thing, and I try and like cut off its head, but.
All right, you slice through some of its like exposed innards again. It's not like a firm piece like the Procure is, and you cut at some of its inner clockwork. Some gears fly out as if it was blood. Christine.
Great. I'm going to move around to the back of the golem, getting away from his fisticuffs. I'm going to take my first attack.
Okay.
Because I have 2 now.
True attack.
Inspire me, Clarion.
Woo! So D8 now.
Okay.
You get 3 more.
11.
11 is going to miss.
Great. Okay. Second attack. Natural 1. Get it!
How the tables have turned.
He gave me dice thinking,
Your scimitar
New
gets,
dice.
as you're slicing, your scimitar gets caught in the gears and just gets like munched up and eaten in there. It's ruined.
Alright, that's my turn.
Rasper.
Can I see, like, we're in the armory. What other weapons are around us?
You can see some, you can see at least 2 steel longswords.
Ah, okay. I toss my scimitar to the ground and kick it towards Christine. It slides under the feet of the golem.
Great.
And I pick up the 2 longswords.
Alright, so you're going to run to the side of the room and pick them up?
Yeah, are they single-handed or longswords?
Yeah, they're longswords, one-handed.
Okay.
They're versatile, so they can be either 2-handed or 1-handed.
I'll pick up both.
Okay. As you pick them up, you notice that they are made of like a beautiful, dark, shiny steel material. And they have like very intricate black hilts. Very, very fine craftsmanship. I'll get more into them once you have time to inspect them more.
Gotcha. And I turn back and run toward the construct.
Okay, and that's your moves and your actions. Wonderful, Val.
Okay. So I'm going to, after the shatter failed, I'm going to have started taking the copper wire and wrapping it more around the palm of my hand.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to take a handful of dust that I got from some of the roads we were on, throw them at my feet, expeditious retreat myself, because that still works with
Yes, it
normal
does.
components.
Butterfly veil, activate.
Yes. And then I'm going to,
Hummingbird veil.
Hummingbird veil.
yeah.
I like butterfly veil too. Though.
That's a different spell.
Yeah, and then I'm going to run up and attempt to shocking grasp using the copper wire, which is my normal component for shocking grasp, as a
Lovely.
hand.
All right.
Okay. So it's a touch attack. 7, 8.
No, it's gonna miss.
All right. Oh, I should have wrapped it counterclockwise, and I'm going to run back.
Oh, it's expeditious retreat. Great. Jamie.
Okay, so I'm not in melee range.
No, you. I thought at least.
Oh, that's
you
right,
were
that's
even
right,
with two of them. Yeah. So you and I think Clarion right now.
Do I
are
have
the
to
two
take
that
a
are within
disengage?
You can if you'd like. It gets an attack of opportunity against you, if you don't. But it hasn't taken them so far.
Okay. Well, disengage is a bonus action.
I think it's
minor
I
action?
think it's
It's an
a
action.
full.
It's a full action?
Yeah, it's your action.
Ay, Dios mío. But it has to do it's up here. It's not gonna use that as a reaction, attack of opportunity
Probably
to
not.
bring the
It's
hammer
up
down.
to you.
It hasn't thus far.
Okay. I'm gonna
Christine
I'm
and
gonna
Rasper.
move away.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
You do so. It doesn't
Okay.
take its action.
To get within range.
Okay.
And I'm going to while it's distracted fighting other people, I'm gonna use my sneak attack with my bone bracelet.
Okay.
that
So
work?
you get sneak attack when you would have advantage against it.
It says you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Great.
So-
All right.
All right.
Sneak attack changes in every edition, and
Yeah.
It gets weirder.
Also,
Yeah.
Jamie's a rogue now,
James a rogue
by
now.
the way.
for now.
For now.
Temporarily
We'll
while he
see.
doesn't have powers.
He might be a monk next time. I don't know.
All right. Let's see it.
All right, here we
Be a
go.
monk.
So
Just try every
I'm using
class.
bone bracelets. So I go like
See what
this,
sticks.
pull back, and that's going to be a 9 using my dex.
Okay. So yeah, the bone shoots
out.
out of your arm, rapidly heals, but your sharpened bone flies across and misses the head of the creature.
Dang it.
Clarion, the thing is gonna bring its arms down hard against you.
Where were you?
19.
Oh yeah.
Give me some 8s. Excuse me. Give me some 10s.
Oh
I
god.
need some D10s.
Oh god. Okay, here, pass them down.
I need 4.
Oops. Oh shoot, one's in the center of the table.
Welcome to 5th level,
Good
everyone.
enough.
Good god.
You don't want the DM to touch that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Don't let the DM use your
Yeah,
special
two-
dice. Special Kevin dice.
Well, he doesn't have to touch mine. I got a 2 and a 1.
Oh, maybe.
That is 48 damage.
Yeah, I think I'm dead.
Dead?
Well, you're not dead. You're just down.
No, I think that's including hit points and con.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well, let's see. Do the subtraction, but you definitely go down. Here's your dice,
Yeah.
everyone. Your dirty, dirty dice. All right.
Got Clarion's blood all over them.
He smashes down, and boom! Clarion is on the ground, blood everywhere. Clarion, you would be up. Go ahead and make your first of your saves.
It's a con save, right?
Yes. No, you just roll.
Oh, you just roll.
And it's above 10 or below 10.
Okay. 19.
Okay, that's one.
That's one save.
I want to see him big on the table. Will someone make a big check mark, a big red check mark in the
Oh.
pass-fail for Clarion?
Perfect.
Lovely. Christine, you're up.
Oh my god. Okay. Gonna
Your ends backwards.
Just
So
moving
what?
on.
I'm going to pick up the scimitar that's on the
Uh-huh.
ground. I'm gonna leaving the one that was stuck in the golem. to have it grind in its gears. And so I'm going to. It's a halo. I thought it was like two
No,
horns.
it's not.
And I'm going to. So is picking up the scimitar a move action or?
I'll give it to you for free.
Great. Then I'm going to attack it twice, seeing that it just kind of pulverized one of my friends. 13.
13 hits.
I was gonna say, like, how does it not hit a giant? Okay, cool. 4.
Great.
For the first one.
Tell me what it looks like.
I'm going to pick up the scimitar and just kind of bring it up, slashing at its another one of the joints.
Okay.
And then my second attack, 23.
Also hit.
Great. 8 more damage. So I bring it up once, twice.
All right.
Still behind it.
Yes. Yes. I understand that desire. Rasper's up.
Okay, I didn't have a chance to double check, but the extra attack for a fighter, how does that work?
You take an extra attack.
Just like your normal.
You take an attack action
Every time.
and you
And you just get another attack as part of your attack action.
Great.
Yes.
So there was no reason I shouldn't have done 2 attacks last time.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, just I forgot. You forgot. We all forgot.
These beautiful longswords,
Well,
how much
the
damage do
level.
they do?
Normal, so 8s, yeah.
I think they're
They're
D8s.
1d8s? Okay.
Mm-hmm. 9, actually. Well, 1d8 plus 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
Rasper looks at both of them, grins, and then starts taking a good charge, builds up a charge as he charges this thing with the 2 swords, and attacks twice.
Great. So a total of 3 attacks.
You're dual wielding, so you can take an attack with your offhand as a bonus action.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so...
So do your first attack.
Yeah. Ooh.
Any negatives? Is it disadvantage on the offhand or something like that?
12.
I forget.
What did it-
12.
12 misses.
Okay.
So you whiff.
With another 12.
Okay. Second one. And then with your third one.
Is 16 plus 7.
28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hit.
Okay.
Aha! 2-weapon fighting. You can use bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage
Okay,
of the
so
bonus
it's just
attack.
the dice.
And it's
Unless
also
the
supposed to be
modifier
light
is
melee
negative.
weapons.
9
I'm
damage.
gonna let it slide.
Rasper.
9 damage. Wonderful. So and is that including plus 1?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you stab it in there, and it catches and grinds to the halt and falls down to the ground.
Awesome. Can I recover the sword, or did it catch in
No,
a gear?
it's fine. Actually, the gears just like break apart around it. Combat suspended. Clarion, you want to roll your keep going until you live or die?
Perfect.
Can we like offer
Yeah.
first aid or
Yeah.
Oh
something?
yeah. Does anyone know? I guess let's say a wisdom save and or not a wisdom save for someone if someone wants to help him.
Second saving throw, 12.
Medicine is wisdom.
12 makes it.
Okay.
Third saving throw, 16.
Ooh.
All right.
Wow.
Claire. So as Belle, you're gonna offer him some.
Sure, I'll offer assistance. Stop bleeding. God,
You look
stop
at him,
bleeding.
and he is beaten and battered, but alive.
Oh, thank God.
He's not going to make it. Vel's not good at medicine.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say you recognize that he's alive. But that's at a small moan.
Oh, I don't think that was gas escaping. I think he might be still alive.
Great.
All right. Well,
Definitely unconscious.
Yeah.
well, I think it's a good time for us to take a little break and try and nurse Clarion back to
You
health.
set up camp in this room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Before we forget, as you guys are setting up camp and you search around, there's of course if you want to pry out the moonstones from its eyes.
I sure do.
There's 9 of them total.
I want 2.
There are amongst the walls there are a set of gauntlets depicting the hero Tantarus. There are the 2 long swords. Well, that would be a.
Give me
someone
one.
give me an intelligence check.
Give me one.
It's a
I'm not
relative
good.
intelligence check.
9.
Okay.
Roll.
9.
All right. They look fancy as shit.
The gauntlets.
The longswords.
Oh,
And there is a black bottle shaped like the Sphinx Ao, the Air Sphinx. It's a black bottle, as well as 310 copper coins, 560 silver coins,
Damn.
720 steel coins, and 22 platinum coins.
I want to look at the weird substance that the golem thing was bleeding.
Oh, it's like some kind of like moonstone water mixture.
Excellent. I empty my canteen and fill it with that.
Great.
Quick question. One more time. The steel pieces, how many?
720.
Okay.
Has anyone spent any time on the Eastern lands or studied? You know Nodish.
I speak Nodish, yeah.
Great.
I've read a little bit
They're
about everything.
Nodish steel guts, and they're worth I think 20 gold pieces
Oh, okay, so they're
each,
decently valuable.
Each?
Guts.
or maybe it's 4. I have the conversion. I'll let you guys know
All right.
when we get to that. There's a conversion.
Okay.
What's on this? What's on the steel gut?
Sphinxes.
So-
Since they're Nodish steel, they're the coins of Nod, so it's Freet.
Yeah. So through all of this, Expedious Retreat is still on. So I've been blurring over here, filling up my canteen, blurring over there, going, man, those gauntlets are fancy. I'm going to blur over to the...
And they depict the hero Tantarus, who is like the Theo hero. He's a. You guys not read the information I put out?
Sorry.
He's a hero. He's the one who killed Tiamat
Oh,
to
okay.
create the world.
Oh.
Yeah, Tiamat.
Oh,
Copy.
cool. Yeah,
The
Tiamat.
serpent
Yeah, the big
that the
serpents.
entire
Yeah.
strip is made out of.
Yeah, I knew that.
Great. So yeah, and then you guys set up camp.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to blur over to the bottle shaped like a sphinx and look at that.
Great, it's a small bottle. You can examine it over your rest. You guys can
Perfect.
examine all of these things over rest period. Here's a spoiler: some of them are magic. To attune something, you like sit with it during a long or short rest, and you go, "Oh, I know what this is now."
Okay.
So
Yep.
then I tell you what it is. So during this rest, because we're gonna stop
Right.
with this rest.
Yeah.
Is someone gonna attune to something or no?
You have to be magic, right?
No.
Oh.
No. I can...
Oh, you could just identify.
This
I
Christine
can
take
identify them as a ritual, although I don't even.
No.
What is the
What?
freaking
Oh.
I
reagent?
want to know
Do you
about
have the
that
gauntlets?
black bottle.
Well, I was gonna ask.
Okay, great. You examine the black bottle,
I
and
mean, they
maybe
are
Val
gloves.
does some identifying stuff. It's an ever-smoking bottle.
Ever smoking bottle.
Ooh.
I like that idea.
I can tell you what that does later.
I imagine it smokes forever.
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
lets out. You open it, and it
Yeah.
lets smoke out.
I want that.
The two swords are Nodish steel longswords, +1, so they act as +1 weapons.
Mm.
It's +1 to attack, all attack and damage rolls. The gauntlets are gauntlets of ogre power, which I think just makes your strength 18
They set your strength to 18.
or 19. But if your strength is already higher than that, it doesn't matter.
Does
Yours-
Christine take the gauntlets?
They're fancy as shit.
They're really fancy. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, your strength would become, I think it's 19. I'll look it up in my DM's
Okay.
guide.
So, permanently or
We can-
While you're
As long as
wearing
you're
them.
wearing
the
them.
gauntlet.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But
Alright.
I'm gonna, as you guys nurse a Clarion back to lifeness, we'll call it there for now. Questions, comments, concerns. How does dungeon crawling feel?
I've never done a dungeon crawl.
It's really
I've-
different.
Every time I've played D&D, it's always been kind of just isolated, just kind of combats or whatever. So it's kind of interesting to kind of go in there and kind of have the whole, it feels very, like a Diablo or one of those kind of top-down Baldur's Gate kind of games. And it's fun for like to have that in my head. Map making is hard though.
Yeah. I'm happy you're giving us the map to just double check that we're drawing it right, because it's like our characters would see the surroundings, but
yes,
I could
yeah,
totally imagine
it's
a
hard
DM
just getting it by description.
right.
I've never done dungeon like where you have to map it before, but I thought it would be kind of fun to like see someone like, can you get lost, or like is someone is sketching it, like are all the relationships making sense?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you make this dungeon?
Thank you for reminding me. I made it with my Dungeon Master's Guide. There's a random dungeon generator in the back. Pamela and I sat down. We rolled all the rooms out, and then without Pamela, of course, I populated them all so that it makes sense. And I actually eliminated a lot of rooms that didn't make sense or were redundant, and kind of cleaned it up. But a lot of it is like, oh, this passage goes this way, and then turns, and then like there's a room here, and it's so big by so big. So, and then I figured out, okay, what are all these rooms? What did they do when the place existed? What do they do now? So it's fun.
That was fun.
It was really, I don't know, for me it was kind of hard getting back into the swing of things.
We're all a little rusty, like with their initiative.
Yeah, we don't remember all the stuff on our sheets. And,
it's remembering. Okay, not only it's like, okay, how do we play again, but it's also like what is Christine like again? Getting back into that character
what
after
is
not
fifth
doing
level?
it. Yeah, at 5th level and remembering all of our new stuff, and I mean it's fun. I understand that now. Like, okay, let's get back into it and remembering. Okay, this is how she works. This is how she operates. But it's very, very easy, and a trap that I fall into when I'm playing is that, ooh, shiny, give me.
Right.
And I noticed that, especially near the end, we were like, okay, these are all the different things. Like,
right, because you guys haven't seen magic items before. And
right.
So
this is like the first time we've really gotten loot distributed to us in like a real sense, like in a dungeon quality sense.
And so it's kind of like, okay, how does Christine react in this? It's like, okay, well, she doesn't want to be like, hey, Rasper, you have 2 magical swords. Give me one. Yeah. But at the same time,
Pamela wants
a magical sword. So it's like, do I say like, I want the gauntlets, but I don't want to just be like, give me the gauntlets.
Well,
so it's kind of like a role playing versus character thing.
Yeah.
At the same
but we
time,
didn't really do it because we're kind of rushing at the end.
Yeah.
So it was kind
we
of
are getting close to
it was very difficult.
At the same time, you're fighting the meta because I can look and say, oh, Josh has strength,
18, or whatever.
And so it's like, why would we give him that?
If we want to, we can talk about how in the break, Rasper puts them on and doesn't feel any different.
Exactly. Yeah. He wouldn't feel any different.
Yeah.
Or if you put them on, what's your strength?
16.
Okay,
Yeah,
so going up to like a
19,
18, 19 would be a big difference for you. Or it could also be huge, like to put them on, which is what I love about how it just adjusts them in 5th edition rather than a bonus, where Val could put them on and just have strength 19.
Which, hey, maybe we should do that.
Because, touch attacks would get a lot easier.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Elephant in the room, Clarion, nearly escaped death. How did that feel? Do you feel like we handled, this is the first time anyone's been close, do you feel like we handled death well? Do you kind of wish we had just let you die at the...
No, I don't think, I mean... I was like redoing the math to make sure like I had the right number of hit points, but like I've rolled terribly for hit points because like my base, 5 levels plus 2 hit points for 2 hit points for my con each monitor is 10 plus the first level is 8, so I'm at 18. I'm only at 31, which means my average is like 3 per roll.
Oh my god!
Which means I've just been rolling terribly for
What is
hit
your
points.
hit die?
A D8.
Oh wow, yeah. I have 1 more hit point than you, and I have D6s.
Yeah, I've been rolling
so
terribly, and I have a con modifier. Like I have, a
You
plus 2 con modifier.
You missed
gosh,
a roll
you
in
do.
there somehow.
Or that I could have easily missed a die
Let's
roll.
have a look at your math before we dive in
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
going.
Cool.
Yeah.
But
Those guys are nasty.
Yes.
well, the wind up, I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
So this was my first monster made with the rules in the Dungeon Master's Guide, and everything's based on damage per round. So I wanted these guys to just hit like a freight train. I wanted to say hit like a freight train earlier, but there's no freight trains in Threshold yet. And so he deals what should be a normal 3rd level encounter monster dealing per round, but he deals it every 2 rounds. So which is why he deals an average of 48 damage every time he brings his fists down. 8d10 plus 2.
Although that kind of gives us a fun monster to play with because it's not like, let's just hack and slash at it until it dies. It's, there's a wind up and a release. A wind up and a release.
So next time you meet one, there'll be an in, out, in, out,
Yeah,
in, out.
there'll be tactics so that we
I saw Arts
just
going
now
up. It's like, I don't want to be anywhere near
We
this.
discovered on the keen edge of Clarion's blood all over everything.
Yes.
Did you put these guys in because I said robots when you asked what people wanted to see on the...
I'm gonna not reveal whether or not I just added robots in or whether I already had robots planned.
Okay, that's fine.
I think the dungeon I don't know. I enjoy because I'm used to like mapping out and drawing, and the DM has to draw it out, and so I know what it looks like at all times, and so I'm used to that, and so it's a different feel, I guess, for like, okay, he said it was 60 feet wide by 80 feet long, and there's a door in the north and the west and the east, and we just came through the door in the south, and there's pillars, but they spin.
Spinning pillars are in the basement.
So it's definitely a different feel, and it definitely takes getting used to.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll, at some point here in the next little bit, run most of this dungeon, because otherwise it's going to take, you can see why it would take episodes and episodes.
Yeah.
It took like
So
5
we'll
or 6
figure out
episodes.
whether we want to release the middle part of the dungeon until we get to sort of the story relevant portion. Maybe do that as a podcast or something so people can still hear it and hear about all the nice loot we find, but then not have to sit through, the first half of season 3 being one dungeon. So we can move the story forward.
Season 2.
It's season 2. What did I say?
Season 3.
Maybe we'd be in season 3 by the time.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. Season 2, dungeon crawl.
Yeah, that's what I want to avoid. That's why I didn't think we could do one, but this might be our solution. So thanks for watching. I'll wrap it up there. Be sure to comment. Tell us what you thought of Threshold : Dungeon Crawl : Season 2 : The Rekindling. And be sure to follow us on Twitter.
And Vine.
And Vine and all those other social media isms. And each of us should try to be tweeting individually. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Welcome back.